What's up, Pisces? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have all my Pisces friends here with me today. We are going to do your tarot spread on career and finances. This isn't really date specific. I'm going to say roughly for September, but takeaway messages that you feel are for your best and highest good. You never need to force anything to fit your circumstance or scenario. These are general messages, so keep in mind not everything I say is going to resonate with all the Pisces out there. I welcome you to come into this with an open heart and an open mind. If you had all the answers, you probably wouldn't be here, right? So we'll see what we can get for you. Feel free to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign if you would like additional messages or more clarity on what I present here today. Everything you want to know about this video will be in that description box below, including the decks I'm using today, as well as my social media channels. Check those out on the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. We are going to hop in for my Pisces friends. We'll pull some clarifiers, but feel free to check out your September monthly. I just posted that, as well as your love reading. And most of my videos aren't date specific, so have a play around. There might be something there for you that could help you. So without further ado, for my Pisces friends, let's hop into career and finances. I just saw your card, bottom of the deck, the moon. I like that. You are well within your energy. Interestingly enough, you have the moon, which depicts a woman lying in bed, and the card of unrest. The nine of air is the nine of swords, so something keeping you up at night, something that's weighing on your mind very heavily. It can sometimes be severe anxiety or depression. The saving grace to this, though, is that it is the completion of a cycle, something that you just can't get out of your head or off your mind. It's about to like come to a close or come to a head. Something is going to have to be dealt with, and either that's cutting your losses or releasing it, or maybe embracing it. It could be some sort of conversation that needs to be had that you're dreading, but you are going to move on from it with the Six of Swords. There is light at the end of the tunnel, right? You're moving on to clearer skies. So yeah, you're coming out of this energy, but yeah, there may be something that needs to be faced like the next day, right? You're thinking about it the night before. It could be something like you have to give a big speech the next day at work. You may have to do something or perform and it's giving you severe anxiety, but you're gonna get through it just fine, right? The waters are calm. So that's a random message for some of you out there. But anyway, hopping into your energy, again, roughly for the month of September, only take what resonates. Two of Earth, all right. So the twos in tarot are always about options or decisions, right? Sometimes this is a more lighthearted card about the juggler, the jester of life, being lighthearted and not having severe anxiety when it comes to making a decision, embracing glass half full or a just more optimistic perspective of, you know, I have these two things and they're sort of weighing me down, but you know what, I'm going to have fun with them. That's actually sort of what's coming through for you here. Both of these things that you're juggling, the reason you're juggling them is because they mean a lot to you. I mean, potentially there's money, avenues of money in both. Pentacles can very often stand for our financial, what is the word I'm looking for? Realities? I don't know. It's our money. It's the money we have in the bank, sometimes. So the reason you're juggling potentially two different business ventures, two different options, maybe deciding between two different jobs, is that both hold some sort of weight and you're literally weighing out the options. Maybe you're making a pros and cons list. Maybe you want them both so bad you don't know which to choose. This doesn't have to be a terrible card in terms of what you're looking at, but the way this is indicating that the way you're dealing with it, the coping mechanism is not healthy. You're in a state of like panic or again anxiety. I am getting about this decision, but something about this card always speaks to me about the idea that it's attracting flies. It's attracting, sometimes I see it as attracting followers in terms of if you have a business venture and you're worried about your audience, look, it's like bees to honey. It's drawing them. Interestingly enough though, Pisces, what I'm getting for you is that one option has the power to change and transform into something great. The other one almost has an expiration date on it, and I think that's what I'm getting at with the attracting flies. If you leave something out in the sun too long, it's going to spoil, it's going to get sour, it's going to attract flies and insects eating away at it. And I think that's also a symbolic of what's going on in your head. Your thoughts are eating away at you. Let's clarify it. And yeah, maybe it is maybe it is playing with your emotions a bit. One day you're all excited to do this one, and then you kind of pull back and are swaying more towards the other option. The Hermit. Some of you may be trying to go into business on your own. Oh, some of you may be an independent contractor and your contract is running up. That might be what I was getting at with the expiration date. But if that's the case, it's not the one you hold in the highest regard. It's the one that you're holding on to maybe for a means of income, or maybe it's something, I don't know, maybe it's a favor you're doing for a friend, or Hermit mode is solo. It's independent. So again, some of you may be trying to start your own business, and power to transform and change with this pentacle and attract clients, attract viewers, attract guests and audience. That seems to have good potential there. But yeah, there's this other one that you're not quite ready to let go of that I'm just getting, it's spoiled. It's run its course. Maybe you're holding on to it to your own demise. Maybe it's time to release this one because it is a burden, because it is weighing you down. It's causing you to be single. That just came through. Is it sucking up all your time so that you don't have time to go out and date, that you don't have time to like hang out with society? I love the Hermit card. I think it's a great card, but in this, there's something about it's locking you away from the world. And if you're trying to start a business and attract new people, put something out there for the world to see, there's something about Hermit mode that is not helpful to you at this time. Maybe that's what's run its course. Okay, the idea of soul searching, going down that spiritual path, that spiritual journey alone, removing yourself from society so that you can heal, so that you can rebuild, so that you can find your North Star, find your hope, so that you can figure out essentially what you want to go after. And then following the Hermit is the Wheel of Fortune. So a changing of the tides, a stroke of luck, fortune, destiny, new cycles. I'm getting that it's time to welcome in the new cycle, to usher in the new beginnings. But some of you, it's like, you're not facing reality. And it's funny because I'm just looking at the card. It's like you're living in this blissful state of, oh, like it's fine. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm just going to go home and like take a bath. Like there's avoidance here. And it's this very playful kind of cheeky, like woman taking a bubble bath. But she is, what is the word? Not dealing with reality, but that sounds so harsh. There's a more lighthearted quality to this. It's something about, I don't know if it's being naive, or I'm hoping that word comes to me. Essentially, it is not wanting to face the reality, but look, that's what it's doing to you. So this is almost like this glossy overlay of how you want the world to see it. Oh, it's fine. Like, I'm just going to go home and hang out by myself. Like, it's cool. It's all good. But then you get home and you're actually like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do? Like, grasping the mattress in like fear or panic. And I don't mean to make fun of it, Pisces, but there is this duality, this interesting dynamic. The number 2 is significant here. I think it's time for you to get back out there, whatever that means to you. For some of you, this could be a spread on dating, but I'm just getting Hermit mode is no longer serving you. You've done the spiritual connection, you've done the healing, and it's not that you can't continue to do that, but again, you're trying to usher in the Wheel of Fortune, which is the next card. New cycles, new beginnings, forward movement, right? Wheels move us forward. It's time to move forward with potentially this endeavor that you've been toying with, the idea of it, that is likely to attract a lot of people like bees to honey. There's something else that needs to be let go of, that it's soured, it's spoiled. Again, the insects are coming to eat at it. It's time to let that go. This could be a relationship spread for some of you. What is the help of it? Or I'm sorry, we're going to do the challenge first. What is the challenge or focus for my Pisces roughly in the coming weeks or months? The 3 of Water. The go out and celebrate card, the go out and be social, network, share some love, go out for happy hour with your coworkers. Although some of you may work alone. Some of you may work a job that is very, it keeps you, I heard safe, but that's not the word I was going to say. It keeps you very isolated. Some of you may work in an office, but it's just you and your cubicle and everybody else doesn't work in that office. Or maybe you work from home. Maybe you're a writer and it's just you and your laptop and that's it. this is getting back out there, spreading joy and love, having group conversations, sharing heartfelt emotions with other people. It can talk about reunions and reconciliations, parties, birthday parties, weddings, celebrations of some kind. Underlying energy is the Knight of Wands. Yeah, this is so great. Sagittarian energy, Cancerian energy here, if you have that in your chart, but this is representing you, Pisces. All about the experience, the excitement, what motivates you, what inspires you, what's driving you to have fun. I feel like I look at this card and this kid has worked up in his head some really great imaginative storyline in his head. You know, he's Indiana Jones and he's, you know, like going through the jungle to fight off the bad guys and this and that. And like, there's fun and excitement and inspiration here. There's kind of like this carefree attitude, and again, wheels, motion, forward movement. You're moving forward to have fun, to be inspired and excited by those around you. There's something very healing and like it's good like therapy for you to be out with your friends and to see people. A lot of you are locking yourself away in seclusion, and I'm just getting it's not a healthy way to go about this difficult decision that some of you are facing. I always say with the Knight of Wands, it asks, are you having fun? Because the Knight of Wands, Sagittarian energy, if he's not having fun, he's peacing out. He's a fire sign. If there isn't something actively stoking his fire, making him feel alive, making him feel warm, making him feel loved, making him feel inspired, he's going to peace out. He's on his bicycle. He's gone in a second, right? This almost like, and I don't mean this in a condescending way, it came to me. It's almost like ADD energy. I can't focus on this for very long because if it's not keeping my attention, I'm gone. And so there's something to that, something about indecision, not wanting to make it. I think you're avoiding it because it's not a fun decision to make. It's not fun. It's not inspiring to you, and yet it's a necessary decision. But here's the thing. Something about this one, you hold it in higher regard. Literally, that one is more fun and enticing to you, but it's something about it's out of reach. You don't think that you deserve it. You don't think you can accomplish it. You, okay, you see it as being like a flash in the pan, something that is, or all these fire metaphors, something that is a slow burn. It's not going to happen for a long time, and the Knight of Wands is very impatient. So investing in this business endeavor, putting your resume out there to apply to new jobs, it's going to be a process. With Earth energy, it's not going to happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? There's something about this process that is very slow, but rather than even starting it, I'm getting there's avoidance here. Okay, I think this is the word I was looking for. There's denial. It's gonna be okay. I'll figure it out. Like, it's no big deal. I'll start, job hunting tomorrow. There's avoidance here and putting it off and existing in something that is a little bit more, it's avoidance. You're avoiding it. The word isn't coming to me. It's driving me nuts. You're looking for outlets of distraction is what I'm saying here so that you don't have to deal with it. But really, you need to deal with it because it's creeping up as that. And I'm sorry for the tough love, Pisces. I don't mean to offend. I know you guys are sensitive. I got lots of water in my chart. I'm sensitive too. But it's just not serving you. You don't want to be in this energy anymore, do you? Like the time has come. It's the closing out of a cycle. Again, Wheel of Fortune, new cycles, new beginnings. That is following, what were we saying? The Hermit. It's time to move on, a stroke of good luck, of good fortune. But in order to get to that new cycle, you need to release whatever is weighing on you mentally. And for a majority of you, what's going to allow you to move on from like this mental prison or this depression or this anxiety is making some sort of decision, potentially a decision to release one and invest in the other. Okay, so I'm getting that neither one of these options is presenting as the dream come true scenario in the present, right? Again, one of these has far more potential for future growth, for long-term stability. One is souring, one is like dying on the vine, so to say. Which is more fun? Something about, if this is dying on the vine, are you trying to suck it dry? Are you trying to get every last bit of whatever you can get out of it? And okay, cool. Is it for your highest good, though? Maybe it is. Maybe it's good for the soul to experience that last bout of fun. But are you investing your time wisely? That's what this card is saying, too. Are you putting your time and energy and efforts in a practical location or in a practical avenue that's going to serve you into the future? Something about self-deprecating or using comedy as a guise because you don't really want to deal with it. And that's sort of what I was getting with this card too. It's something like I Love Lucy-esque. And the juggler, the idea of, oh my goodness, my life is out of control, like I'm a crazy Pisces. There's something about you're dealing with other people around you when you go out and they're asking you, oh Pisces, like, so how is that writing project going? How is that painting coming? You're excuse me, you're glossing over the idea that you're not dealing with it. You're not making the decision with kind of like this very effervescent, bubbly sense of humor, sarcasm, self-deprecating thing, but it's actually hiding a lot of pain. Pisces. Some of you are really afraid of the future, or you're afraid to move forward. Sagittarius might be important here for some of my Pisces. I don't know if you're getting out of a relationship with a Sagittarius, or maybe your father or your mother or your boss, somebody who you feel like is drawing a critical eye to your work, looks down on you, and maybe their words are very cutting. Somebody who's communicated something very harsh to you. You don't believe in yourself because of that. Oh, Pisces, this just took a turn. I want to give you all a big hug. Yeah, it's like you're masking your fear or your sadness when you're in public, when you're with your tribe, your posse. This could also represent your parents. But if that's the case, yes, somebody said something to you that was very cutting or made you not believe that your value, your ideas, your skills, your talents are not worthy. And I feel like you've been carrying, that's what this is. You've been carrying this thought around for a really long time. And again, the idea of not dealing with it in a healthy way, you are sitting on a world of potential with this Page of Pentacles that's representing your skill, your talent, your ability, your business that you want to start, your resume that you're dying to put out into the world, but you're afraid. Again, starting of a new chapter. It's time to start anew. It's time to take a huge leap of faith. It's time to let go of any mental baggage or emotional baggage. To take a leap of faith and know that you'll figure it out as you go. The innocent, the fool, it's very lighthearted. There's a tremendous amount of faith and confidence in ourself with this card, but also that the universe has our back, that if we are moving forward wanting to spread love and light and live our inner truth and something that comes internally from the heart, which is, where's your Hermit card? Wow, you have the same card twice. This internal spiritual journey that you took, you found your inner light. It's right there. You know what makes you happy and what you enjoy. So this is about putting it out into the world, going out and taking that risk, going on that new venture to start a business, to start a new job, to ask for that pay raise, to ask for that job title. Some of you have been losing hope that this skill or talent is never going to come to fruition. Interesting. I said something's dying on the vine, something that is alive inside you, but you haven't been investing enough time or energy or love into it, but you care about it so deeply. Look at that. It's like it's your world. It's like you're holding your heart. And you're afraid to, this is also symbolic of putting yourself out there and being vulnerable. You're afraid to expose it to the world. I said this to Cancer as well, because you're afraid of harsh judgment or criticism. Very interesting. The Fool, though, he doesn't live in that state of fear. He doesn't live in that mentality of the what ifs or, oh my gosh, I can't, or there isn't any thoughts that are holding him back from going down this new path, from setting off on this journey. He lives in the present. He lives in the now. He is not regretting things that happened in the past or having other people's words or things that were communicated to him weigh him down mentally. metaphorically stab him in the back, he's released all that because it doesn't serve him. He doesn't need to take that baggage, emotional or mental baggage, on his journey. He doesn't have room for it, right? That's a pretty small pack. He's only got the essentials in there. Do you know what's in that bag? Just this. Just that seed, just that skill, just that talent he has. He's bringing it to new lands. Maybe some of you are moving. Maybe some of you are moving specifically to a place or to a city where that skill is going to be better utilized. You know, you're a filmmaker, so you're going to move to Los Angeles. You're a writer, so you're going to move to New York City. You're a whatever, fill in the blank. You're a hipster, so you're going to move to Portland. I don't know. I'm just throwing out some scenarios there. There isn't room for a lot of mental or emotional baggage. You're not stuck in the past, and you're also not projecting into the future. This can also be a card of what's going to happen when I do this. If you're living in the future, you're not living in the now, and so you're overly concerned of things that could happen, not things that are happening right now. This is live in the moment. Something about you have a friend or a tribe, family members, a friends group, that they are encouraging you. They're supporting you. They are, throwing up their glasses for a cheers and recognizing you, Pisces. The only problem is that you don't see it that way. You're constantly questioning yourself. See, I mean, I know easier said than done, but you need to get out of that headspace. You need to start looking optimistically to the future with a more hopeful attitude. With the star, you stand out among the dark sky. You are a bright beacon of light for all to see, but also the idea that your North Star is guiding you. What you are feeling in your heart, this desperate desire to start anew and go off into other lands with this skill or talent that you must believe in it a little bit, because you wouldn't have held on to it for this long. Where's that card? I lost it. Okay, I'm not supposed to pick that card up. You wouldn't have held on to it for 9 of Swords energy for that long if you didn't see some potential in it. So why are you constantly wavering back and forth of, is this a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Can I do it? I shouldn't do it. I believe in myself. No, I don't. I'm lacking confidence. It's back and forth. It's back and forth. And I can't find the card. I don't know what I did with it. But it's 9 of Swords energy. It's thoughts that are eating away at you. What can we do to relieve those thoughts, to release that energy? Let's find out. Let's see the help available to you. Moderation, temperance, balancing the heart and the head. A lot of you've been letting your thoughts dominate you, and it's time to let your heart step into the spotlight. It's time to let your heart be the star player, be essentially like the main focus, the spotlight on the stage. It's going to be your heart. It's no longer going to be your thoughts. I hope that lands for some of you, but moderation is the card of temperance. Again, Sagittarian energy. Interesting. I'm just getting that a Sagittarian has been a key player in your life. Now, I love Sagittarians, but I'm going to be honest with you. I was going to say I'm going to be blunt. That's exactly what I was going to say. Sagittarians can be cutting with their words because they sometimes don't have a filter. They can be very, very blunt. And because they are fire in opposition to your water, Pisces, that can sometimes be a very difficult relationship to reconcile, especially parent and child, especially if the parent is Sagittarian and the water, if the parent is fire and the child is water, that can be a tricky dynamic, not impossible, or even a romantic relationship, right? I am just getting Sagittarian. I'm sorry for all the cross-watching Sages, but someone may have said something that was very condescending, that made you question your self-worth, that made you question your value. Something that to them may have been said in jest. They were just having a good time. They were just poking fun at you. But you took it to heart, Pisces. The words were cutting, and I'm just getting, for those who are relating to this, they may have said it ages ago. They may have said something to you 9 years ago, 9 months ago, and you're still carrying it around. And it puts you in this state of seclusion, of rejecting society, because you had to go and heal yourself. You had to go and find your inner light again. And what's so great about this is when you are in hermit mode, this is called the solitary, the internal light that one is seeking on this spiritual path, it's representative of the star that is guiding us, and you had that star come up. It's time to go after that star. If you're weighing out the options of should I or shouldn't I, it's divinely guided. It's the star. Something about innovative thought, unique thinking. You are a beautiful unicorn among horses. You have something really special to do in your life, Pisces. So one, why are you denying yourself of the option to go and spread like this wonderful skill and talent to the world? But also, why are you denying others the ability to enjoy that skill or talent that you could be putting out to the world? Your art, your music, your writing, your poetry, your whatever it is. It doesn't have to be something artistic, but this could potentially help a lot of people, and I don't think you realize that. You are this bright, maybe you are the North Star to others. You are this bright, shining star in the sky, right? You discovered your inner light in hermit mode. But what you don't realize is all the other stars, they're going to fall in suit to you. They're looking up at you, Pisces, for guidance, which is really funny because, again, self-deprecating, you don't see yourself that way. You see yourself as a page. But you're not. You're a star. You're a star. You're a celebrity. I don't know. Maybe some of you are going after some career that is going to put you in the spotlight and fame, right? Maybe you're going to be on stage, theater, art, movies, music, acting, stage performances, putting on concerts. The help available to you is exposing your truth, being vulnerable, metaphorically putting yourself on that stage for all to see. Shedding your skin, like a snake. It's time for a new cycle. It's time for a new beginning. Despite what other people may have said to you, despite, their judgments or their thoughts on the matter, I'm just getting you're being divinely guided by something greater. So you've beat the devil, and the devil are those dark thoughts. The devil is, the devil's Capricorn energy. Some of you might be dealing with a Capricorn of feeling like somebody in your life doesn't love you, but doesn't trust you, doesn't believe in you, doesn't see potential in you. It's time for you to prove them wrong. And again, this is your heart coming to the center of the story, to the center of the stage. You can release those thoughts that aren't serving you. They don't need to come with you on this journey. There's not enough room for them in the boat. Essentially it's six, right? The Three of Swords, the heartbreak, the depression, the sadness, the sorrow, that's not coming with you on this ship. There's just no room for it because those thoughts aren't serving you. Those thoughts are rooted in lower vibration, Pisces. You don't need them. It's time to release them. It's time to embrace the good. See things optimistically. Go out and celebrate and be among people who are your cheerleaders, because some of you are lacking the confidence to go off and do this. So I'm just getting, there may be one final nudge from a good friend, or, it could be from a mother, from a boss, from whatever it is, particularly another water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. They may give you just the nudge you need to actually start going after this, to move on and start chasing your dreams, to go towards that star that is guiding you, this unique skill or talent that you have. The time has come, Pisces. It's easy to sleep the day away, to live in a state of denial or avoidance of, I'll do it another day, I'll start it tomorrow, I'm just going to enjoy the weekend, I'll start putting my resume out Monday. Not anymore. The time has come. It's the dawning of a new day. When you wake up in the morning, it's a fresh new start. All right, so underlying energy for moderation or temperance is the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, balancing. It's reciprocity. You've been letting your negative thoughts dominate your life up until this point. It's the dawning of a new day. Again, balance. It's time to let your heart take over. It's time to let your heart, your passions, your creativity, your imagination. We're saying heavy imagination with this card. That is what's dominating the stage. That is what's dominating your life, but also your light. That is what's coming to the forefront here. You're a spectacle to be seen. I think Sagittarius have this card as well. If Sagittarian is important to you, either in your chart or someone in your life, maybe check out that video. There might be something in that for you. What is your advice or guidance to my Pisces friends? The Shaman. Card number 5, the Hierophant. This is about staying committed to the path that you are walking down. When you decide to go down this new path, to take this new trip, maybe some of you are literally traveling. When you're seeking this something greater, going towards this North Star, capitalizing on this skill, this new beginning, There are times where these thoughts may pop back up. And again, it's the devil showing his ugly head, but you have conquered the devil. The devil will not have power over you. Again, some of you are dealing with a Capricorn too, particularly a father maybe who's a Capricorn. It's not going to be for everyone. Don't let these thoughts hold you back. Don't let these thoughts drown you in sadness and sorrow. This is about staying committed to your path no matter what. You are being guided, again, by something greater. I was saying that with the star. And there may be very important partnership coming into you. Once you make these strides to go down this new path, to invest more time and energy in your skill and hobby, to get that business up and running, there's going to be someone very significant in your life who is either going to help lead you spiritually, or it could be a mutual business partnership where it's just mutually beneficial. Like, hey, I'll give you some publicity for your thing if you put these flyers on your desk of my business. There's something like you guys help each other out. Might be with a Taurus. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. This is great. The Two of Pentacles, this is standing for two people merging into one. So you may be merging businesses with someone, or if it's not merging businesses, it's again the idea of some sort of, I keep losing my cards, some sort of friendship or cheerleader you have in your life. You guys have this dynamic of you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. I'll help you with this if you help me with that. It's very nice. It's a very peaceful, harmonious relationship. For some of you, it could be romantic partnership, but I'm not getting that super strong. Sorry, my phone is blowing up. Gotta turn that off. Sorry, guys. Last but not least, I mean, the Two of Pentacles, that's what you were struggling with before. That was like your ultimate, I do want to say your ultimate downfall. And no shade, Pisces, but it's like the avoidance of a situation. One was spoiling, one was attracting insects. Like you needed to either throw it in the garbage or mend it, or invest all your time and energy in one, not the both. It's coming up again in a much healthier vibe to me. The idea of she's a butterfly and she's waiting to transform, but she can't quite do it. She's still like on the inside like this insect, but growing into this butterfly. Something about you've transformed, and there's a lighthearted quality about this. I think a lot of you have taken the leap of faith, because doesn't this card feel like a leap of faith? I'm going to leave it up to the universe and let the cards fall where they will. But I do want to say it does involve action of some kind. It does involve commitment to a path of some kind. This is also the card of marriage too. Again, so a marriage of businesses, a marriage of partnership, of co-workers, of whatever. Again, it could be romantic. So for a lot of you, something about two things that were burdening you. There is value in both, and I think that's why it took you so long to make a decision. So while you may quit one job and invest time in the other, there are skills that you learned in this job that you can apply in that one. That's sort of what I'm getting here. Something that was pulling you in both directions. I don't know if you decide to literally merge the two ideas into one, and that becomes like the crux of what you build your business on. It's like, I don't even know what this would be, but like you're a secretary, but you're also a musician. So somehow you're going to merge the two, and that's going to be some sort of, you're going to start a company that helps musicians, but you're more of the behind the desk type of, do you understand what I'm saying? There might be a merging of the two, but that helps guide your spiritual path. That idea may have come to you when you were in hermit mode. And again, this wasn't for nothing. I'm not downing the idea of going internal and being in that secluded state for a little while. But now it's like the expiration date has been met on this. It's time to go out into the world. It's time for the other stars to see you so that like you can attract your clients. You can attract your viewers, your subscribers, your whatever it is. Interesting. All right, I'm going to throw one of these on and we'll wrap it up. Anything else we need to know about this Two of Pentacles? This is about committing your energy to the one. And again, the one might be combining the two, but I'm just getting a lot more energy and effort needs to be solely focused on the one so that it can grow and thrive, so that it can be stable for years to come. something about a tradition, like a family tradition. Maybe you're going into business with your family, or I don't know, maybe you're using some sort of a gadget that like your uncle so-and-so created just for fun, but you actually think it's a very marketable idea. The house, yeah. Something about family dynamic is coming through here. Or working on homes, houses, architecture, construction, interior design, realty, something about the home. Or working from home. Some of you may have been juggling, doing that kind of crappy 9-to-5 that you hate, but you just want to come home and do your thing. You may be starting a business out of your home. I think that's what this is saying. Interesting. All right, Pisces, that's what I got for you. Please let me know in the comments below what resonated for you. Please do like, share, subscribe. That helps me a lot, and I will see you beautiful Pisces next time. Bye, guys.